Hi, everybody. Welcome to Magic Universe Tarot Talk 4. Yay! This is where I ask Universe to give us a message about something of their choice. Like maybe they see us experiencing something in our lives and they have some guidance for us. I want to thank you guys for watching, liking, and subscribing. Hello, new subscribers. And thank you for leaving beautiful comments. If you're interested in a private reading or healing, you can go to my website at magicuniverse.co. That's .co. Thank you. Okay, let's start. Tarot Talk 4. What does universe want to talk to us about today? So it looks like universe wants to talk to us about perseverance and definitely strength because there's two strength cards that showed up in this tarot talk. Okay, so let's start with the first card. I believe it's pronounced Anya, and it says inner strength. This card, when I'm looking at this fairy, I kind of see her accepting her path or anything that happens along her path with a lot of grace. She's very appreciative and grateful for everything, and also she's very allowing of kind of anything that happens in terms of like difficulties and just allowing herself to make mistakes. That's really what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of guidance around her. She herself is a fairy, but if you'll look around her, those little green bubbles around her, those are little fairies too. And so she has a lot of guidance in her, with her. And it's just kind of like everything that she comes upon on her path, she's thanking her fairy friends for guiding her along. And because she's a fairy and they're fairies too, I'm seeing that it's kind of acknowledging that I have spiritual guidance and I am also spirit myself. So we are the same. We are one and the same, and they are guiding me along my path. But it's really our path, like we're all in this together. The rabbit at her on her dress. I guess yeah, it is on her dress. I see the rabbit having a lot of pride in the large fairy, and also just really adoring her and kind of like encouraging. Like the rabbit will follow along to wherever she's gonna go, and the rabbit is very trusting of wherever she's guiding them to go. And I just feel like a lot of pride, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy that they're on this journey together. And whatever this little fairy is working on, the rabbit's like all for it. Like, yeah, let's do it together. Wherever you go, I'll follow. That kind of a thing. In the Three of Wands, I'm seeing foresight. I'm seeing looking ahead. Positive expectations, seeing good things and then having them manifested, having them show up in your life. A lot of positive expectation in the Three of Wands. And also seeing with a lot of clarity into the future, into what you're projecting for the future, what you're wanting for the future, what's coming towards you, seeing with a lot of clarity. And then with the next strength card, there's an assurance there that it's kind of like you're on your journey and you're with your pals, and you just take a break and you stop and you kind of assess how you're doing, where you're going. And that goes so perfectly with the Seven of Pentacles right underneath, which talks about that same idea of looking at what you're growing, kind of pausing and reflecting and assessing, okay, how is this growing? What do I need to do now? That kind of a thing. But with the Strength card, I feel like that woman is looking at her companions and saying, hey, I'm having a good time. I feel like we're doing great. I think we're at a great place. And kind of also receiving the emotions, which are also guidance from your spirit, receiving the emotions of joy and assurance and just feeling like, yeah, right time, right place, everything is right on track, and just receiving that feeling. And that also like generating and promoting more strength within you to continue on your journey. So the sense that I'm getting overall is that you're on the right track. Whatever it is, wherever you are in your life, you're on the right track. That's the message that I'm getting. And the next card, to be fair, if you listened to, I believe it was in the last tarot talk that I did, that I talked about don't be afraid of the places where you have questions, because the questions create the answers and the problems create the solutions. And so the to be fair, I feel like it's about that. Like whatever questions that you've had, problems that you've had, the equal opposite of it, like the answers that was generated is coming in. The solution is coming in. So whatever you put forth, the equal of it is coming back in. Meaning like to the extent that, like if you ask a very clear question, you know exactly what you want to know, you just don't know the answer, but you have a very clear question, a very clear answer will come. If you ask a very general question, a very general answer will return. That's what I feel like that to be fair card is about. And how that fits into the rest of the reading so far is about like going back to the first card, Anya, where I said she was very appreciative of everything that happens, like just the energy she puts forth about very having a lot of receiving things with a lot of grace, whether it be good things or bad things, that that attitude of being graceful about it, of being appreciative of like every part of the journey, and then in the Three of Wands, like the positive expectation, and then also in the next strength card, like just having the assurance, like that those feelings, those vibrations that you generate, whatever equals that vibration and that frequency is going to come to you. That's what the to be fair card is about. So whatever you put forth in your vibrations, in your emotions, in your thoughts, the manifestations that are of those frequencies are going to come to you. So looking at the second line, so you might be going on your journey somewhere. I'm looking at the 10 of Wands right now. You might be on your journey somewhere where you've been at it for quite a while, and you've been at it for so long that whatever energy that you're at or emotion that you're at, you've been feeling that way for a a while too, so that it's become routine, it's become habit, it's become normalized, where it's like I'm so used to carrying these 10 wands now that I'm used to feeling tired. I'm used to feeling like carrying a load, that it's become the normal thing. This is just the way life is supposed to be. And you're not even really looking where you're walking anymore, but you're just like, I have to carry these 10 wands from A to B, and that's my job. That's my path. It's just carrying this load. That's my path. And not really even asking yourself anymore, like, hey, how do I feel about this? You know, it's almost like how I feel doesn't even really matter anymore. I just have to finish this job. I just have to carry these wands. And not questioning, not really reflecting where you are on your path, not really like, I don't have time to do that. I'm too busy. I have to carry these wands, and not looking within, not checking in with yourself, with your spirit, to see, hey, am I connecting with spirit? You know, am I on track? And which is so funny, because that's like the opposite of, the strength card, the one with the lion, and the seven of pentacles that I was talking about, like stopping to check to see, hey, how's everything growing? Am I still wanting to continue on this path, or do I want to add more fertilizer, or maybe change the way I do things? And so I feel like Spirit is saying, if you're in that place where you're like in the 10 of Wands, where you're just kind of going through the motions and doing things, and not really checking in with yourself to see if you like where you are. Are you going in a direction that you want to go in? And it's just, everything's become kind of automatic and robotic and routine. Maybe you can hop on over to the next card, the Two of Cups. There, the Two of Chalices. And two of Cups, Two of Chalices, it's about love, it's about harmony. And you see the angel in the sky. It's what animal is that with the wings? It's an angel, I know, but I'm not sure. Is that a lion with wings? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna say it's a lion, because it looks like it has a mane. It's a lion. Well, if that's a lion, then there's two lions in this reading. That's interesting. Okay. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, if you're in the 10 of Wands energy right now, Spirit is saying, why don't you hop on over to the Two of Cups energy and check in with yourself? Are you loving what you're doing? Are you in connection with Spirit, with the angel in the sky? Are you receiving? Are you checking in with your spirit? Are you checking in with your angels to see if you're maybe doing things in a way that's easier for you, or are you making things hard for yourself, or are you doing things in a hard way where you don't necessarily need to do that, you know? I feel like in the Two of Cups there, there's a boy rabbit and a girl rabbit, right? The boy rabbit on the right side. I feel like the boy rabbit is looking at the girl rabbit and asking her that question. Like, say the girl rabbit is having the hard time. He's asking her, are you taking care of yourself? Are you feeling all right? Are you, maybe you want to take some time? Are you on the right track? You know, are you, yeah, are you connecting with your source and feeling good about what you're doing, how you're doing it, where you're going? And if not, maybe you want to change course, you know, and get to the place where it, like in the strength card, where you're you can feel assured that you are on the right track and that you are going the right way. So yeah, if you have a partner, I feel like your partner is kind of reflecting back to you that maybe you want to check in with your spirit to see, how you're feeling about things. And let's see, in the Seven of Pentacles, yeah, so this here, I see you checking in and looking to see, hey, how am I? It's almost kind of like, here's you in your human body, right? And in the Seven of Pentacles, I kind of see you stepping outside of yourself and then looking back at yourself, and reviewing where you are and what you're doing, and just kind of like checking to see, am I happy with what's what's going on? And what more can I do for myself to make myself grow and feel good about who I am and where I am and where I'm going? The Seven of Pentacles, I feel like it's a positive card. It's the energy that I'm getting from it is just kind of like being looking at yourself. There's no judgment there about you being, in a right place or a wrong place. It's more like looking back at yourself and saying, hey, what more can I do to take care of myself, to nurture myself, and to really really feel good, for from here on out, to where I'm going next, for the next part of my journey. And not really judging anything that has been grown before, or that has been growing so far, but just, looking to see how to make it flourish even more. The Five of Swords is about conflict, and it could be conflict with other people or inner conflict just inside yourself. This, I kind of feel like it's more like comparison with other people to see if you're on track with where you are. And I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing. I know most of the time, and even I say it myself, like, don't compare yourself to other people. Everybody's journeys are different and blah blah blah, all that stuff, right? But in this particular Five of Swords, where I'm seeing, looking at other people, I'm kind of sensing the energy of like, not comparison in the sense of you're judging yourself poorly, that you're not doing as great as other people, but it's kind of more like, here's me doing what I'm doing, and I'm looking off into the distance and watching other people doing what they're doing. And it's like, without judging myself as not doing well, kind of just looking and comparing, and saying like, oh, they're doing things like this. It's like looking at somebody else's life and then looking at your own life and acknowledging, yes, we're living different lives and there's really no comparison, but that whatever it is that they're doing over there might kind of give you ideas about how you can adjust things in your own life in the way that you want. So it's not necessarily like looking at somebody else and going, "Oh, they're doing better than me," or "Oh, I don't want to live their life. My life is so much better." It's not like that. It's more kind of like looking and for research purposes almost, looking to see, how like you can watch other people's vlogs or morning routines, and it's like they're another person. You're not really comparing yourself to them, but it's like if you watch how they eat or how they take care of themselves in the morning or whenever, how they live their lives, then you kind of get ideas from them of, hey, maybe I want to try that. That looks pretty good. And then like maybe you look at other stuff that they do and you're like, no, that's not the right thing for me. And then so you're not really judging yourself or them. It's just kind of like you're just looking and kind of comparing to see like, oh, maybe I want to try blueberries in my smoothie like like they do instead of strawberries or whatever you normally do. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing there. And then in the listen card, I feel like this is really, really, truly being at peace with. It's a very peaceful energy and being really, truly at peace. Period. Like just there's two messages coming up. One is if you're not already at peace, whatever you can do, like what we've already talked about in the rest of the reading about changing the way, like whatever adjustments or changes that you make in your life or lifestyle that can bring yourself to the place of peace, like you see in the listen card, and then setting your energy at that level of peace. Same with that Anya inner strength, setting your energy at that level of grace, at that level of appreciation, and then bouncing to the to be fair card. Like that's what's going to come to you in your physical reality. Whatever you put out, that's what's going to come to you, right? So that's one message. That's the message. I was like, there was another message, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't think there was another message. I think that was it. Yeah, so I'm gonna end it right here. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.